Meanwhile, Iran's elite revolutionary guards fired ballistic and cruise missiles during war games that were held in the Persian Gulf. The war games are being held during heightened tensions with the United States of America and the State of Israel over possible Israeli designs to try and target the Iranian nuclear sites. Now, Iran says that its ballistic missiles have a range of 2,000 kilometers and they are clearly capable of reaching the targets in the territory of its arch foe, the State of Israel, and also other American bases in the region. And Iran has said that it can deploy these missiles in case there is a requirement if it comes under attack either by the Israelis or by the Americans. The 5-day exercises that have been dubbed Payambar-e-Azadim or the Great Prophet began on Monday. They were held in Bushehr, Hormozgan and Khuzestan provinces, each of which touch the Gulf. The Iranian media has said that these military exercises included the simultaneous firing of 5 cruise missiles and also the launch of armed drones capable of hitting 2 targets each. According to reports, the war games also included biological warfare exercises as well. The state television showed a ship that exploded after a frogman planted mines on it. Now, the Guard's naval chief, General Ali Reza Tangasiri, has told state television media that his forces had managed a coordinated war game across the coast of Iran. From near the borders of Iraq to the Straits of Hormuz, the narrow stretch of water that controls 20% of the world's oil that is traded. The military maneuvers also saw the deployment of Iranian-made boats that are capable of launching high-precision missiles and also reaching speeds of almost up to 95 knots. At the heart of the Iranian military war games is Tehran's desire to protect its nuclear facilities from a possible strike by the Israelis. Remember, the Israelis have made it abundantly clear that they could carry out unilateral strikes. Now, this exercise was, of course, held over near the Bushehr nuclear power plant. On the 4th of December, an Iranian air defense test in Natanz region of central Iran had caused an explosion that was heard almost 20 kilometers away from the Natanz uranium enrichment facility. Iran has accelerated its nuclear advances as negotiations to return to the accord are struggling to make any kind of headway. The military maneuvers have come after the United States has threatened that it is preparing alternatives in case the negotiations to revive the Iranian nuclear deal do not go through in Vienna. Now, remember, the Israeli defense minister had claimed that the Israeli forces have been told to hold drills to prepare for a possible strike on the Iranian nuclear sites. In 2018, the former American President Donald Trump had unilaterally pulled America out of the nuclear deal with Iran, describing the deal that was negotiated under his predecessor, Barack Obama, as the worst negotiated deal in American history. And as part of his strategy of maximum pressure, he had reimposed crushing sanctions on Iran. Tehran, for its part, after the Americans violated this deal, started to enrich uranium to a purity of 60%, a short technical step from the 90% purity that is needed to make an atomic bomb. But Iran has always insisted that the nuclear program it is pursuing is actually meant only for peaceful civilian purposes. It has said that it wants its nuclear program to generate electricity and definitely not to produce a nuclear bomb like some other nations have done. But the fact that Iran is pursuing a peaceful nuclear program has alarmed the State of Israel. Now, Israel has repeatedly threatened to carry out a unilateral action against Iran's nuclear power facilities. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.